Shadowboxing is one of the most important exercises because it's where habits are born. In this video, let's dive into a few shadowboxing drills to help you improve every aspect of your fighting game. The first drill is going to be an isolation drill. This is going to be a drill to help you turn all your weaknesses into your strengths. Whatever punch you feel like is lacking, take an entire round and work on it, right? So you could do this round by round and switch up the punches that you work on, or you could literally take the whole workout and just work on one punch, right? So as an example, let's say I want to take the first round and I just want to work on my jab, right? And just fire off that jab and try to improve it each time you throw it, right? Ask yourself, what am I doing wrong, right? Am I throwing it fast enough? Am I throwing it hard enough? Does it have enough snap? Am I rolling that shoulder out, right? Am I turning it every time I throw it? Are my elbows tucked when I shoot it out, right? Is it coming right back to my chin? Literally go through a checklist of what makes a perfect jab and practice it. Practice it the entire time, right? Throw it harder, throw it faster each time, right? That was a little lazy, so I'm gonna throw it better. Right, and you could make it part of a combination. Just make sure you throw that punch every single time, and that's your priority in this workout, right? So, and just work that jab. Work that jab, right? Make sure it comes back. Work that double jab. Right, just keep working. Right, work on shooting in different directions, not just when you're moving this way, but when you're moving this way, right? Right, just keep working that jab, and you can do the same thing with each punch, right? The right hand, the left hook, just isolate it. Right, work on that body hook, right? Work on those hooks together in unison, right? Work on those uppercuts, right? Whatever that punch is for you, make sure you just isolate it and improve it. And again, you could do the jab for the first round, the right for the second round, the hooks in the third round, and just use this isolation drill to turn your weaknesses into your strengths. The next drill is similar to the isolation drill, except we're going to be focusing on our footwork and our defense. So for the shadowboxing drill, I want you to do nothing else except footwork and defense. You see Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather do this a lot, and they literally start their workouts this way. What they do is they just focus on defense and footwork the entire time, right? They might shoot a little punch here or there, but really, they're just working, right? They're visualizing, and they're just working on their defense, right? They're moving, they're blocking, they're parrying, right? They're coming under, right? They might be countering every so now and again, but really they're just working on their feet, and they're working on their head movement, right? They're trying to visualize that opponent, how they're gonna feel them out, right? Shoot that jab to the body, go back to defense, block, 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 parry, right? And just move around. Make sure you're ready to defend at any given notice. It helps you work on both the mental and the physical aspects, right? It helps get your body to be ready to be fast enough so that you can perceive those punches coming at you, right? And you're moving, you're blocking. Same thing with the feet. What you want to do is, practice different ways to move your feet, right? Don't get stuck in one way. Don't just circle out this way. Learn how to circle out this way, right? Move different ways, right? Pivot, work on that pivot. Work on spinning, right? Work on turning. The way Teofimo turned Lomachenko. Move your head all while you're doing it. And if you do this for 5 to 6 rounds, I guarantee you your footwork and your defense will improve in just one workout. You do this on a daily basis and start your shadowboxing this way, you're gonna take your head movement and footwork to a whole nother level. Drill number 3 is gonna be a fight simulation drill. What you wanna do is you wanna basically picture an opponent and treat it like a real fight. You're not just gonna go out there and shoot whatever shots you want. Instead, you're gonna go out there, picture a real opponent, and defend and throw your punches accordingly. So if you've ever been in a fight, you know the first round is usually a feel-out round, right? So start that way, right? Start feeling your opponent out, shoot those jabs, right? Get out the way, right? Every time he feints, respond to it, right? Shoot that right? Shoot that jab, feel him out. Start setting up shots, right? Throw those jabs to the body, right? Throw them off track, right? You wanna just shoot different shots. You wanna defend, you wanna feel him out, right? So first round, just be on your P's and Q's and watch him, observe him for any mistakes that he's making, right? Feint him, right? Make sure you try to see how he's responding to everything that you do so that you can set him up later in the fight. The second or third round, that's when you really want to start setting up shots, right? So you want to shoot that jab to the body, shoot that jab to the head, confuse him, right? Confuse him, and then feint that jab to the body. Wham! Come on with that hook up top, right? Start setting up shots. Start getting a little more aggressive because now you're getting a feel for him, right? Start maybe pressuring him. Bah, 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 bah. Come forward, right? Dip out of there. Dip. Work on your defense. Come in high. Boom. Land that hook, right? Shoot. start putting together combinations, right? Don't just go around pot shotting now. The feel out round is over. Now you want to start putting punches together, right? And be first. Be first. You don't want to wait on him, right? You want to be first, right? Right? And just focus, right? Picture that opponent, see what he's doing to you, and respond to him, right? And stay sharp the whole time. This is a fight. You got to stay sharp the whole time. Now this is a 6-round drill, so the last 2 rounds we really want to pick up the pace. What most fighters tend to do is, as the fight progresses, they tend to fade. What you want to do is train yourself to be the opposite. Because your opponents are going to start fading, you want to pick up the pace. That'll really increase the chances that you get a stoppage. So you want to train yourself, your mind and your body that way, to know that once the fight is nearing its last 20%, that's when you give it your 150%. So in this case, our fight is 6 rounds, so the last 2 rounds, you really want to pick up the pace, right? Don't let 3 seconds go by without you throwing a punch, right? So, right, you're pressuring, right? You're pressuring, you're pressuring, you're coming forward, and you're making him eat it, right? He can't take this too much longer, right? You're coming in, but you're coming in sharp. You don't want to just go crazy. You're coming in sharp, you're defending, but you're putting that pressure on him, right? Putting that pressure, right? And you just keep going, pick up the pace. Always train yourself to pick up the pace, so that in that drill, simulate the fight, and at the end, really press hard to get your opponent out of there. That was a perfect segue for our next drill, and the next drill is the pressure fighter drill. What I want you to do for this drill is to not take one step back. You're going to be coming forward the entire time, and you don't let more than 3 seconds go by before you throw 3 punches, a minimum of 3 punches. This is a hard drill, so I recommend you do it for 3 rounds for 3 minutes, and then pick up the pace as you get into better shape. Now, just because you pressure fighting doesn't mean you have to come in, you know, Chavez style or Mike Tyson style, right? You can fight in your style and still pressure fight. Canelo and Floyd Mayweather do this beautifully. They still come in sharp, right, on their P's and Q's, but they are pressuring you, right? Same thing Lomachenko does. He's still very sharp. He's not necessarily, you know, a Mexican style fighter, but he puts that high pressure on you. Really high pressure is just about output and coming forward and making the opponent throw punches when they don't want to throw punches. So whatever style you fight in, that's the style you pressure in, right? You don't want to get caught trying to do something different and your defense not be on point. So you're going to come in, right, and you're just going to come forward the whole time. If they're turning, turn with them, right? You're going to come forward the whole time and start unloading punches. 3 punches every 3 seconds, right? Right, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And you're just going to keep pressuring, right? Keep pressuring. Right? And for this drill, you want to make sure you constantly keeping in mind to not let more than 3 seconds go by in order to get you in good enough shape to be a pressure fighter. Because the pressure fighting doesn't work if your opponent is better shape than you. The whole goal is to wear him down both mentally and physically. Drill number 5 is a pretty simple drill. You're basically going to take any one of the drills that we just talked about, except do them with these on. If you guys have been watching this channel, then you know I always preach shadow boxing with gloves on, and it has a few benefits. So what shadow boxing with gloves does for you is it helps you learn how to miss a punch without losing your balance, right, and without dropping your hands. And it helps you really fight perfect when you got the gloves on, which is what's important, right? This way, when you're missing punches, you're not missing like this, right? You're not missing like this. You're just missing like this. And then you're still right back, right? You could defend yourself. Everything you do in boxing has to be able to be stopped in a split second, right? So whether it's throw a punch or move your feet, whatever it is, you want to make sure you're always sharp in order to not give your opponent opportunities to strike at you. And another thing this will help with is to increase your hand speed like crazy, especially if you shadow box with gloves that are 16 to 18 ounces and really give it your full effort, throw as fast and as hard as you can when you're shadow boxing. You'll see your hand speed dramatically increase. So the drill is simple, right? Basically, you just got the gloves on and you pick any one of those drills that we did, or just do a freestyle shadow boxing session and shoot, right? Shoot those punches, right? Right? And just shadow box with those gloves on. Right? Right? And you just want to stay sharp, block, right? And you actually get a feel for what it's like when you're in that ring, when you're guarding, right? How much of your face is covered up, right? How you should block, right? How you should parry, right? What distance you should come out of. And then how your punches feel, right? Because shadow boxing without gloves on is a little misleading. It makes you think you're faster than you actually will be in the ring. So this is a good idea to let you know how you're shooting those shots, how fast are you bringing them back, right? Right? And basically just practice it. Just 1 week in, you'll see tremendous benefits. Don't knock it until you try it. A lot of guys skip shadow boxing and go straight to the heavy bag, which is a stupid mistake. Don't be that guy. Shadow boxing is one of the most important exercises that boxing has. It helps you build habits. It helps you build form. It helps you work on technique. It helps you work on just about every aspect of your game, so do not skip shadowboxing. It's the best exercise that you can do to prepare yourself for a fight outside of sparring. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit all those YouTube buttons. I'm Sean Brawl Brothers. I'll brawl with you guys next time.